So, Mr. Ainsworth, you tested positive for marijuana. When's the last time you smoked marijuana?
The week of New Year's.
I don't believe that. When's the last time you smoked marijuana?
It was the week of New Year's, but like 30 period.
So you smoked a lot?
I'm more happy. I wouldn't say I smoked. I had asthma. I can't really smoke. I did have just 3 days in a row.
You did what 3 days in a row?
Edibles. Yeah, I'll take accountability for that.
Well, I appreciate that, but you're here on a felony. And you're waiting on sentencing on a felony where you're getting this great deal with the deferred probation and you make such a dumb decision. How old are you?
So,
All right. You have no history. All right, here's what I'm going to do, Mr. Ainsworth. I'm going to find that you previously entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. I'm going to, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney. I'm going to defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 4 years. You're ordered to pay a $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. One of those is going to be, well, a couple of things. One, I want a substance abuse evaluation done just to see if there's any underlying issue that needs to be taken care of. And if so, whatever treatment they recommend, that's what you have to do. In addition, I am going to order that you wear a drug patch for some amount of time between now and whenever probation feels like it's been long enough. You need to have that drug patch on within 24 hours. If it tests positive, which I understand that it may this first time because there's obviously still something in your system, but those drug patches also give a quantity, not just a positive or a negative. And so that quantity should be going down. Do you understand? If it's staying the same, if it's going up, then I have no choice but to believe that you are using marijuana again. We're going to end up, what I'm going to do is if there's a positive drug patch, probably after the first one or so, I'm going to let probation work on this, then I'm ordering right now that you enter and successfully complete the substance abuse track of the ISF program, but I'm going to hold that in abeyance. So let me explain what that means. ISF is a 90-day in-custody treatment program. I'm not going to make you go today, but if you test positive for marijuana, again, probation doesn't have to come to me. All they have to do is send a paper over. I sign it. There's a warrant issued for your arrest. You go into custody and then you go to that treatment program. You understand? So this opportunity is an excellent opportunity that you're being given today because you don't have a felony conviction on your record. You'll never be a convicted felon if you successfully complete this probation. At the end, the case is actually dismissed. If you violate, though, you could be brought back into court, found guilty, so you become a convicted felon, which will ruin your life in many ways. And you could go to prison for between 2 years and up to 10 years. Do you understand? So if you're, whatever it is, edibles, smoking, whatever, even if you think it's not the illegal kind or whatever, if you test positive, you don't need to use anything at all that could potentially test positive for THC. Do you understand? If you're having issues with that and there's some type of issue, then you need to talk to probation. Because if you ask for help up front, they might get you some outpatient treatment instead of this ISF. But if you don't and you test positive, you're gone. Okay? All right, I'm handing you the trial court. Sorry, I'm going to hand you the trial court certification. That will show that this is an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. You need to have a seat here in the courtroom. Probation will call you up when they're ready to go over your paperwork. Good luck to you, sir. Just anywhere in the court. She's going to call you up to her desk, so just listen for your name.
Yeah.
Jeffrey's not back yet. Okay, Mr. Kevin Lane on Ahmad LeBlanc. Oh, wait, I don't have that, back yet. Hold on a sec, I don't have the drug test back on Mr. LeBlanc. All right, Miss August, come back up, ma'am. All right, Miss August, you tested negative, which is obviously a good thing. How old are you? I'm sorry?
I'm 22.
Are you, did you say you are or you are not working?
Just really stopped working like.
I can't understand you.
I just really stopped working like 2 weeks ago.
And why was that?
Because I was sick and I slept in my work like 30 minutes trying to get better and they said I was sick or something. But I'm looking for a job now.
I'm going to find that you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. I want to get something working on your case since you're on probation and we're having all of these issues that we've been having with regard to alcohol and things like that. I'm going to have you step in front of the clerk. She'll let you know who that's going to be. I also want to warn you today, if you test positive for anything, including alcohol, again, we won't even have a hearing. There will be a warrant that goes out for your arrest. You will be in custody, and you obviously you already are, and you definitely will at that point be looking at your probation being revoked. Do you understand?
Yes.
So there's no slipping up. There's no taking a sip of a twisted tea or anything else that you're saying you're doing. If you do that, you're in jail and potentially going to prison. It's that important. Okay, step in front of the clerk. Mr. Rennick on Badreldine Al-Haroni?
Yes, Your Honor.
I highly doubt that I said that correctly, but I
The last
tried.
name was good.
The last name was?
The last name was good.
Good morning, sir. How do you say your first name?
Badreddine.
Okay. Mr. Al-Haroni?
That's why I said the last name.
Yeah, so Mr. Al-Haroni is charged with possession of child pornography in cause number 25 DCCR 1378. And what is the announcement?
The prosecutor and I have met about the case. We spoke last week and we spoke again this morning. I don't know if you want to speak to, there's some issues with the indictment. But the other are, since she has taken over the case, we're kind of discussing a resolution.
So I see that there was a motion to quash the indictment that was filed some time ago, back in December. What I can do is just reset it, Ms. French, since you're just getting on the case, give you some time to look at that indictment. If something needs to be amended, you can take care of that. If you think it's fine, then we'll have the hearing on the motion to quash at the next court date. Or if you guys come up with some agreement, we can take care of that. But I'll just do a normal reset so you guys can look more into it.
And she's jumped into it pretty fast. We've had some really good.
Yeah, no, I have no doubt she has. She's jumped into them. So we'll do a normal reset. Stay in touch with Mr. Rennick so that once he gets any information, offers, things like that from the Assistant District Attorney, then you can visit with him and we'll see if we can get a resolution.
Thank you,
You're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Morning.
Good morning. Morning. All right, sir, you diving Kalina?
Yes, ma'am.
This is 24 DCCR 2432. Mr. Kalina is charged with injury to a child, elderly, or disabled individual. And what is the announcement?
Judge, I think we're on the goal line to a resolution. The court would allow a last reset.
Any issue?
Judge, Mr. Cat was on this for quite some time.
Yeah, I see that
Mr. Kelly has been on a shorter period of time. We're not quite there yet. We've kind of countered a couple different things, made a few phone calls, but we're doing our best.
Thank you. I'll just do a normal reset. This, I know you haven't been on it very long, but this will be the last reset just because the case is getting long in the nature of the offense. And so make sure, Mr. Kalina, that you stay with get in touch and visit with Mr. Kelly before that next court date. Once he gets any final offers from the state, you guys can go over that and we'll get an actual announcement at that next court date. Okay? Thank you.
Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Kimler, I was holding on Raphael Glover.
Ready.
Right. Sir, you're Raphael Glover? And Mr. Glover's case is set for trial to begin with jury selection next Monday in cause number 24 DCCR 0232. And what is the announcement?
Your Honor, the state had tendered a new offer today of 10/10. Mr. Glover's informing that he's refusing that. We're still requesting a trial.
Great. Any issues?
Thank you, trial judge. We're ready.
All right, so Mr. Glover, I'm going to number the case for trial. Your case is very old. It's likely to be somewhere near the top of the list. After today, I will not accept this agreement. So you have every right, obviously, to have a jury determine if you're guilty or not. If they find you guilty, what your punishment is. But after today, we're not going to come back and do a probation tomorrow or Monday afternoon at the last minute. Today's the day for that, okay? All right, stay in touch with Mr. Kimler and your bondsman, and we'll see you back next Monday at 1 o'clock. Okay? Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, sir. You Brian, is it Barrier? And Mr. Barrier was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to the third-degree felony offense of placing a serial number with intent to change the identity. I've received that pre-sentence report and reviewed it. Have you all had an opportunity to review that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor, we have.
Any additions or corrections?
No, Your Honor.
Not from state judge.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you previously entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, follow the agreement that you made and find you guilty of placing a serial number with intent to change identity. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 3 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections, but that will be suspended. You'll be placed on probation for 3 years. You're ordered to pay the $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do that, then for all practical purposes, your case here in court is over, and you'll be able to serve that 3-year sentence while you're out on probation. The other side of that, however, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court and you could be facing that 3-year sentence that you've already agreed to. Do you understand? I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows that this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. I also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Mr. Smith. All right, good luck to you, sir. If you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom, probation's going to call you up to her desk when she's ready to go over your paperwork. All right, good luck. And then you've got Cedric Franklin.